Okay, guys, so welcome to Empowered Elite's team call for January 13th. I posted in the team page, I kind of wanted to do something a little different tonight and just open up the floor for Q&A. But before we get into that, I just want to go over a couple announcements of things that are up and coming right now. So the new flavor of Shakeology, the cafe latte, it launched on Monday, and it now is available for purchase for you guys or with challenge packs. So they can either get a bag of it or they can get it in a triple pack with vanilla and chocolate. So if people are kind of hesitant if they're going to like it or not, that's probably a better option. And I would say for you, just to know what it tastes like, to speak to it, I would definitely recommend trying it yourself. If you want to look up the information about it, more about the flavor and all that kind of stuff, it's FAQ 9685. The next thing is the Punta Cana Success Club trip for 2017. I'm sure that you've seen me post in the team page about it like 74 times, but registration opens on the 19th. And you want to make sure that you get in there and get registered like ASAP, because last year it filled up really fast. And the higher you are on the list, and the more that you hit Success Club, the faster you're going to get off. So make sure that you go on as soon as it opens and register on the 19th. This trip is a little different. Last year it was just a one-time thing, but this year, because they're wanting to accommodate more people, they're doing it in 2 waves. I registered for the Coral Wave, which is April 27th to May 1st. So it would be awesome if we could all get on the same wave and go together. But if that doesn't work with your work schedule or whatever, you can pick the other one. Do what's best for you, but hopefully we'll all get to celebrate together. The next thing is our new workout, Hard Corps, is coming out. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's kind of like a military boot camp style workout. It's 22 minutes long. It's an 8-week program. It looks friggin' awesome. Elizabeth Harkey right now is in the test group, and she can't really talk much about it, but it seems like she's loving it. So they haven't said an actual release date yet, but I'm thinking that it's going to release in March is my guess. We'll see, but it's coming out soon. So just be aware of that. And the last thing is Summit. If you guys have new coaches come onto the team, make sure that they know what Success Starters is. And I have to check the actual dates to see if it's this month or next month. When is the last month people can join and still win a free ticket, a Success Starters ticket. But if you don't know what Success Starters is, as a new coach, if they hit Success Club 5 or above their first 3 months as a coach, they will earn a free ticket to go to Summit. Like I said, I'll check the dates again to see when the deadline of that is, but make sure that your new coaches know that, and make sure if you are not registered yet for it, get on the wait list. It's www.coachsummit2016.com. And the last thing is, I posted in the team page about the Diamond Mentorship Training. So I highly recommend that you all get in this, just because if you are not yet a Diamond coach, you want to be in a training like this. Obviously, we have our new coach boot camp, which teaches you all the basics. But Elizabeth Harkey just put this training together that is really meant to help you build to Diamond and be a strong Diamond to where you hold it and then build beyond that. So I think it's like $20 to get into it, and all that money goes into a pot, and whoever hits Diamond with, and meets the certain qualifications that she has, you all get a piece of that push pot at the end, which is pretty awesome. So aside from that, myself and some of the leaders of this team are working to put together a new leadership training for Empowered Elite. And we're waiting until I get back from LA next week from the leadership conference to see if I have any extra insight to add to it, but we're hoping to have that up and running for February. So make sure if you are not yet registered for that you do that tonight, because I think that she just did the last call for it. So I posted it in the team page, but it's also in Drop the Cookie. And I think that's it. Does anybody have any recognition that they want to shout out before we get started? I don't think we did this week.
I don't know if we recognized Christina on winning her Success Starters trip, but congratulations.
I don't think we did either, and that's awesome.
Yeah, for Summit. Congratulations, that's awesome. And actually, too, guys, while I'm thinking about Summit, I wanted to say finally, like, I don't know if we ever talk about this, but got the clarification on what it is. Like, if you sign up at like on October 5th or something, which is not October, but you have the whole month of October as a buy month. So whenever you sign up, you have that whole, like if you signed up on October 28th, you only get 3 days of a buy month. That's how it works. You get October. So I found that out the hard way with Katie, unfortunately. But yeah, you only get the 2 days if you're at the very end. So, but anyways, congratulations, Christina. That's awesome.
Yes, congratulations. We will see you in Nashville. All right.
Hey, Dana. What about congratulating Jocelyn for signing up for Summit?
Oh, did you get on the wait list or you got a ticket?
No, Jocelyn did. She registered. To congratulate her for that, because that's a big step.
Yes. Definitely. Jocelyn, you are going to love it. And I pray that you get off the wait list because it will blow your mind and change your life.
No, she's already off right? I think she's off the wait list.
Like off the wait list?
No, I'm not off the wait list yet.
Oh, no? Oh,
but I registered back in like whenever, October, whenever we could register, I did. So just fingers crossed that I get off that wait list so I can go.
Everybody gets off.
I thought you were off.
He was just saying.
All right. Okay. So I basically, you guys know that I typically plan topics to speak about. And I was kind of feeling like a lot of the things I've been talking about are kind of repetitive, but I know that since this is a pretty simple business in the aspects of what I should be teaching, I just really kind of wanted to open the floor up tonight and hear from you guys. What are things that you want to be working on, that you feel like you need to be learning? Because I get a lot of questions during the week from you guys. And I would love to just kind of open them up because guaranteed if you have them, somebody else has them. So don't be shy, just unmute yourself. And don't say that nobody has questions because my inbox is full of them on a weekly basis.
Okay, I have a question.
Go for it.
So, and this might be actually more because I just signed up for the Diamond Leaderships, so it might be kind of safe for that. So tell me if so. But I'm stuck. I have a million coaches and so many customers, and I am stuck at Emerald, and I've been like that for months and months and months and months. I have not utilized like my husband's coach account with me at all. And I feel like I obviously need to be doing that. But if I sign people up this month, should I be signing people up under me to try to get more Success Club points, so on and so forth? Or should I start trying to sign people up under him to start working towards Diamond? Like what's more beneficial?
Okay, so you have hit Success Club every month since you joined as a coach, haven't you?
Not every month, but a lot of them. Yeah.
Okay, well, first let me just say to generalize this question. If you want to be a Success Club All-Star, then you want to hit Success Club for 12 consecutive months in a row, which
I have not done that. I know that.
Okay. With that off the plate being said, like first and foremost always want to aim to hit Success Club in your business because Success Club should be a non-negotiable. It is a cornerstone, to building a really solid foundation for your business. So I would suggest that you first get your account to Success Club 5. And then you can add whoever else you have extra to your husband's account.
Okay.
It definitely would be a good idea for you to build him to an emerald. And then you can just work on finding an active coach that you can help get to emerald on your other leg.
Other leg. Okay. Because I've hit Success Club 5 this month. So now I'm thinking go from here and whoever I can sign up.
Whoever you help, put them on your husband's account.
Okay.
The other side of that is if you feel like you're kind of stuck, the thing is that you probably need to be sharing a lot more about the business opportunity. And I know for me, that was something that was like super scary to me in the beginning, especially when I like had no success. It was like, why would somebody ever want to like join my team where it's like me and 2 people, or like I'm not making any income, so I can't really speak to that yet. But you really have to learn to speak to the potential of it, like why you're excited about it, the accountability, you know, the team, like we're a family, we work together, we support each other. Just kind of the hype and excitement. And then you kind of find out what people, like what specifically they could benefit from with this opportunity, because some people are different. Some people really need the sense of community and they just want to help people and do something where they feel fulfilled and they feel like they're doing something that matters outside their life-sucking job that they work at. Or maybe there's somebody that wants to make a little bit of extra part-time income. Maybe there's somebody that wants to pay off debt. You know, there's like a million different aspects to this business, and the more questions you ask people, the more that you'll be able to figure out how the coaching opportunity could actually benefit them.
Okay.
And when you're talking about the opportunity to people, the best thing I can tell you is keep it simple. Like, don't overcomplicate it or overthink the process, because it's the same, you know, as asking somebody if they want to go see a movie. Like, take the stress of it and the anxiety of it off the plate and get rid of expectation and just, have you ever considered coaching? Like, simple. Especially to challengers, because if they are already in one of your challenge groups and they see what's going on, you know, they're having success with a program or a product, they seem really positive, they're pretty dedicated. Those are great people to ask if they've ever considered coaching, because they're already developing belief in it.
I think the ones that I've had that have been like that, it's been so hard because they say, well, so many people I know are already doing it. I don't really know who else to reach out for. Like, I hear a lot of the same things over and over. Like, I either don't have time, or, you know, I don't know anyone. Like, there's no one that will do it, or people, you know, can't spend the money on the Shakeology. So it's a lot of the same things. So I'm like trying to like budge past it.
It's more so the objections than asking. Well, I honestly think it's the same thing, like when you're talking about Shakeology and challenge packs. Like, why is this of any value to them over something else? And when people say no and they're skeptic like that, it just means that they don't really understand it. Because I mean, I know for me, like, I had every objection about coaching before I started. I was like, I don't want to sell things. I don't have any friends on Facebook. I live in a small town. I don't know how to use social media. I'm definitely not, like, you know, the picture perfect after, you know, and it's so much of that is basically people creating fear as like a roadblock to not even let them open their mind to something different. And you just kind of have to talk them through those objections. With what I do is the feel, felt, found approach. So I know how you feel. I didn't have a lot of friends on Facebook either, but this is what I found. You know, my team has trainings that have taught me how to run a business on Facebook, things like that. So it kind of gets rid of that fear, and denotes that objection.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's helpful.
Hi.
Hi.
No, it is. It's just, it's a never ending. I feel like I'm in this like hamster wheel of trying to get people to do it.
Well, I think it was Kelly I was telling this to the other day, that it's probably like for every 10 people you invite to the opportunity, maybe 2 will say yes.
Yeah.
It's a numbers game. You never know. And I mean, honestly, sometimes Kelly, for example, I think Kelly and I talked about coaching for like 6 or 7 months, and like she'd be all hyped up about it, and then she would disappear for like 3 weeks, and then she would write me and be like, I want to know, I want to get started. Same thing. And I just kept following up with her because I knew that this would be an amazing opportunity for her. I knew she had a lot of potential, and look at Kelly now.
Yeah.
You know, so like you just can't give up on people. You never know. It might just not be the right timing for people when you ask as well.
Cool. Thank you.
I think too, I don't know, I mean, I know sometimes we just speak and don't really like think about it, but I feel like just even when you said like, I can't get people to join me, like that means you have a mental block.
The mindset.
You're seeing, like, you're thinking like, I need to get people instead of like, I need to help people do what I'm doing because this is so awesome and this has done so much for me. So if you can switch your mind to like thinking like, I'm really going to help people by giving them this opportunity and really believing in it, then you're going to see a big shift.
I don't know if you guys have ever read about the law of attraction, but I am a firm believer in it. So if you don't know what that is, you should go look it up, because basically everything that you put out there is what you are attracting into your life. So if you want to attract success, you have to think success, right? Okay, who else has questions?
I have a question.
Go for it.
So is there anywhere in the Team Beachbody page or website to learn how, like a training on how to run different type of groups, like such as, you know, a Shakeology group or a sneak peek group to like add challengers to so they can kind of see what we do in a challenge group before actually putting them in a challenge group?
There is the only like outlined trainings in your Coach Online office are for challenge groups. So basically when I created my first sneak peek, I based it off around the one that Elizabeth Harkey ran. And then when they had a national wake up call about coach sneak peeks, I changed it to that. And I still don't feel like it's very effective. It's kind of something that you just have to play with, trial and error. Like you can look at the ones in our sneak peek and see the videos, and that's basically what I do. I outline the topics I want to cover and then make videos about them. What was the first thing you said for free groups?
Yeah, like meaning like anything.
I can get my hands on a clean eating group training for you if you want. I know a lot of coaches that run them. I personally, I haven't, because I run my healthy eating on a budget group. All those kind of groups, you put them together yourself. It is like whatever you want to add to it, your flair on it. Like I said, a lot of people run groups that are like really specific to their personalities. Like there's a coach from Drop the Cookie that does a fashion group where she posts like 2 times a day, like an outfit of the day or like how to mix and match things. I've seen people do like budgeting, like just money in general, budgeting groups. You could do an organization group like Kelly. I know you're really good with organization. Like that's something, those are tips that a lot of people would probably love to learn. But with a clean eating group, you can do it a couple different ways. You can do it where you have people get like a 7-day Shakeology sampler and then just give a couple clean eating recipes every day. I've seen coaches do it where they give like an outlined meal plan for 5 days just so people can see like how they feel with eating clean like that. Because realistically, if you think about it, when people start a journey, oftentimes people see a big change within a week of drinking Shakeology and eating clean. And it just kind of leads them into wanting to know more about that lifestyle. So if you want to, I can get, I'll ask Kathy Reuter because I know that she runs them every month and they're always the same. And she has a lot of success with them. So I can get my hands on that for you.
Awesome. Thank you.
I know Brandy Botts has a call about him. I feel like she's like says that she does the exact same thing every time. Like she has the meal plan, she does like a fitness clip, but she has a video I'm pretty sure I watched about it and how she transitions to asking what their plans are in the future too. So I don't know, it might be a good resource.
Well, and I mean, just bottom line with free groups in general, with clean eating and Shakeology groups, obviously they're more toned into like people heading into challenge pack customers. But really, like in my eyes, once I read the book, The Go-Giver, that was when I came up with the Healthy Eating on a Budget group, because all I wanted to do was add value. I wanted to have people in a group separate outside of Facebook where I was adding value and building relationships with people. So keep that in mind, that it's not always about, getting customers out of it, but just really helping people with things that they struggle with. More questions? Can you guys see what my kid did right now?
Mom?
Yes, Dave.
Mom?
Any questions, guys? I know there can't just be two.
I have a question that came up this week. What would be the best recommendation when you have a customer who wanted to know if they could just get the challenge pack but not an ongoing order? Like, what's the best thing to recommend if they just aren't ready to commit to like monthly auto ship Shakeology?
Honestly, I think right now that they changed it. Kelly, you can back me up on this, but I'm pretty sure that they changed it. So no matter whether you buy as a customer or a coach, you automatically go on HD. So basically the best thing to do in a situation like that, like I have a couple people that are like that, and I always encourage people to give it 2 weeks. I'm like, try Shakeology, drink it for 2 weeks. If you still feel that way, like you don't want to continue it, then they can call and cancel it and terminate the account. But I mean, the majority of people, once they see how differently they feel, they might feel differently about it. It's just more so being skeptic of trying something new. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the way I positioned it is I gave them all the options. I just kind of said, well, you could do it as a customer, you could do it as a coach, or you could, just, freeze your account as a customer so you don't, as a coach, so that you don't have to give up your discount in the future and that sort of thing, and just kind of let them decide, and then I'll follow up. It was over email, so it takes a long time for her to write back to me. But she was already doing like P90X, and she was like wanting the shakes, and then just didn't really feel ready to commit to a monthly order. People have like fear of that.
Well, I mean, you always have the bottom of the bag 30-day money back guarantee to fall back on, where they can drink it for the entire month. And if they don't like it, they don't feel a difference, they can call and get a complete refund on it. So that's always a good thing to mention with super skeptical people. The other thing to remember is that if you sign somebody up as a customer with a challenge pack, that they do have 30 days to upgrade to a discount coach. But people that are signed up as customers do not count down towards your downline when you are going for rank advancement. So if you are trying to work your way to diamond, you need, people on your legs, then you want those people to be discount coaches. So just keep that in mind.
Dana, if you have someone that is interested in doing the program, but already, a big, going to the gym person, really working out, like really overall, like in great shape, but looking to try to find a program that would like best fit them, like what do you usually gear them towards? Like what would be a great starting thing for them? So they're not trying to lose a lot, but they're trying to just tone, get their body stronger and just be a good start for them.
And you said that they're already going to the gym regularly?
Yeah, like they're already at the gym regularly, like they really don't have weight to lose. They just are feeling like they need whether it's that they just need a change or they just really want to kind of strengthen and tone their body up more and looking for a change? Like, is there one program or a couple that would be better than like a 21-day fix or extreme or those?
I would honestly say you have to ask questions to figure out what their goals are really, because just because they're going to the gym frequently doesn't necessarily mean that they're like good on their nutrition.
Right.
I know that a long time ago, like I used to work out like a crazy person at the gym, but I knew squat about nutrition, you know,
Right.
didn't really eat that great. So I never really saw the results I wanted to. The other side of it is that you always have the option for Beachbody on Demand, where they could take workouts like Body Beast or Hammer and Chisel, things like that, to the gym with them.
Mm-hmm.
Or you have the other side of it where if they're already kind of like into a weightlifting routine and they just want a program that's going to give them like intense cardio or something to do on their off days when they're at home, you could do something like Max 30.
Oh.
Let's see.
You want to see?
Well, hi, Laura. Oh, you can't unmute.
I didn't even look. Sorry. I didn't know that.
It's fine. You're good. All right. Who else has questions? Lindsay, do you have any questions?
I actually have one question.
Go for it.
Okay. So I kind of feel like I know the answer, but two of my customers recently, they both came on complaining that they're doing the portion controls, they're doing the workouts every single day, and yet one of them gained 3 pounds in the first week and the next one gained 7. Neither of them are drinking Shakeology, though. They both refuse to drink. Well, one is going for tests before she could drink.
That's
So my
normal.
thing is, are you drinking the water?
No, that's normal. Honestly, I have that with a lot of customers. Like, they just have to trust the process, because honestly, when you're number one, you're changing your eating habits. So like your body's kind of like trying to react differently. The second part of it is that when you're starting a workout routine and you're sore, your muscles can be inflamed. You can be holding water weight. I always ask them about their sodium intake, because a lot of people like crazy salt their food, and that can make them hold even more water weight. Definitely if they're drinking enough water. Like, my concern is always that they're not drinking enough, not too much. But that's normal. Like, they're starting to gain muscle as well. And until their metabolism kind of kicks in and catches up with their new nutrition, then the weight starts to melt off. But it's not uncommon for people to gain a couple pounds in the beginning. I've found that pretty common, actually.
I would say, can I butt in too?
Because one of them.
Oh, sorry, Stephanie. Go ahead. Go ahead, Stephanie.
No, it's okay. I was just going to say, because one of them I know has been, it was only a few pounds and she gets it, but the other one hasn't been drinking her water, and she's like getting so easily frustrated that I think I'm going to lose it. And I'm trying to convince her, like, you have to give it time. You shouldn't even be on the scale after a week.
No.
But, so I'm kind of like hitting that wall.
Definitely have to trust the process, and water is a big part of it.
Well, and just, I think, mention to them too, like, I feel, I think 7 pounds is a little bit odd. Like, that's kind of strange. If you're actually following it and you're being diligent and you're not like eating little pieces of your food or like one little, like, I'm notorious for it. I used to like go in the break room and I'd have like a quarter of a donut, and then like every time I went back in, I'd have like another little piece. And like I ate 2 donuts, but it like never. I don't know. I know that some people think they're doing it correctly, and I think sometimes they really probably aren't being strict enough because I don't know. I know that sounds mean, but the person hasn't gained 7 pounds of muscle in a week. That's for damn sure. So
That's exactly what I thought. Yeah. I was like, there's no way. Like, you have to not be doing something.
right. Like they need maybe like the other thing I've done with people is like send me like a couple days of your meal tracker and like write down every morsel of food that goes in your mouth. If you put 1 chocolate chip in your mouth, you have to write it down.
Okay.
Like 15 chocolate chips separately at different times still count as 15 chocolate chips. So
I don't know too, Stephanie. What I've done sometimes is have like just like a real raw conversation of like, I'm not going to be able to help you unless you're completely honest with me. Like, I need to know what you're struggling with so that I can help you overcome that. Because sometimes people are just ashamed or they're embarrassed to like really tell you that they are struggling, or they're, you know, struggling with staying on track with the nutrition. So make her feel comfortable so that she'll be honest if she is struggling.
All right. Thank you.
Welcome. Oh, Lauren, the baby. He's getting squirmy. Reminds me of when I first started.
She is. Okay, I have a question, I guess. So I'm totally new and just getting started, but when you message people, you know,
Kelly,
and
one quick second, let me interrupt you. Heather, will you mute yourself because you can hear your typing?
Who? Hold on.
Okay.
Who are you saying to mute, Laura? Oh.
Heather Olin wasn't muted, so I could hear her typing.
Oh, okay.
I think
Go ahead, Lauren. Sorry.
so when you start a new conversation with someone, you know, that you haven't spoken to in a while, just starting up a conversation to hopefully mention Beachbody. How long do you wait until you mention it? I mean, I'm sure they'll ask what's going on in my life. Sorry. I have dogs. And so how long, I mean, I'm sure they'll ask what's going on in my life, and then that's when I'll bring up, you know, how I'm having great success with this program and Beachbody. But when do you, you know, try to get them to get on board?
Kelly and I were
That's
just
a hard time with it.
earlier. I honestly feel like it's different with every person. Like, you kind of have to feel it out. Because some people it just doesn't really happen naturally, and some people it does. But the more open-ended questions you can ask, the better off you're going to be.
Okay.
I know when I first started, I literally wrote like pretty much everybody in my friends list, and it was just like a hey, how are you, like start a conversation, and then like a hey, what are you up to these days kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, when you ask what they're doing, they're going to ask you the same.
Right.
And just kind of look for clues in conversations. Like, if you're just I don't know if you've gotten to the part in New Coach Bootcamp where it talks about forming, which stands for family, occupation, recreation, and your message. You know, like since you're a mom, it's pretty easy to start conversations about things like that, like about people's kids or about things you've seen on their Facebooks or whatever. And I look for it in conversations. Once in a while, like a mom will say to me, oh my God, like I drink so much coffee, or like, you know, just something like weird that makes me think of like, well, Shakeology would help you, or okay, you drink a lot of wine, like that's not necessarily like a super healthy thing. It really depends. Kelly,
But you're never like awkward about it and just bring it up, you know.
I personally don't.
I don't want to do that, and I'm just asking. I want to make sure that's.
No, you don't have to do that. Kelly, can you talk for a second?
Yeah, sorry. So when with that question though, I like when I first started, that was my biggest thing. I always asked Dana too. I was like, how the hell do I get people from starting conversations to like talking about Beachbody? I just didn't get it. And I think it just comes with time, and also posting on social media is going to make it a lot easier because they're going to see that you're up to something, and that made it the transition a lot less painful for me. But honestly, in the first 3 months, I just really reached out to everyone and anyone I could just to start conversations. And then as long as you keep up with those conversations, they're going to start saying like, hey, I saw that you did this, you know, like, what are you doing? Are you doing something new? I see you on social media, blah, blah, blah. And it's going to become more natural. But if you just focus, it's going to feel too pressured, especially in the beginning, and too forced. If you like even think about the end result, you know, just focus on sharing your journey on social media and then just talking to everyone that you know, and it will just start happening.
Okay, so I don't have to awkwardly bring it up. I mean, I feel like that's like my biggest fear. I just don't want to do that.
We don't want to awkwardly bring it up. But too, with what Kelly said, That's absolutely true. Like you have to be consistent with it for people to understand what you're doing. And it like, I don't mean just like beach body posts all the time like that either. Like sharing your life and just throwing in there like what you're eating or doing your workout or like something you read from personal development. But the way that Facebook works now as well, people that you're having conversations with, your posts will pop up more on their news feed. It's like I forget what they call it, but it's how like Facebook is basically wired now. So the more people you talk to, the better off like you're gonna start feeds to get more traction on your social media posts.
Why'd you do that?
Uh-oh. Okay. Sorry. Thank you.
We can talk more about that later, Lauren.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like something just broke in my house.
All right, who else has got questions? We have about 10 minutes left because I need to get focused before I talk on a call.
It's playing with colors.
Yeah.
Where's the green one?
My child is painting right now.
How long do y'all, like, if you're talking to someone who's interested in joining and they, like, make it a point to ask you about it, and then you're talking to them and then they start to, like, not, respond back to you, how much do you put into them? Like, how many times do you talk to them? Like, try to start up another conversation before you kind of just let it go?
So they've asked you about coaching? And then
yeah, they've asked about starting, buying a challenge pack, losing weight. They want to do it. They're all in. You send them an email and then they just don't sign up. And then you kind of like follow up like, hey, so, you gave me your email address. So I assume that means that you're serious. And then they just, you're like, okay, well, I guess.
I've had people like that before that just disappear as well. And I personally, I follow up with them, but I don't even mention anything about Beachbody a lot of times. It's just like a, hey, how are you? What's going on? Like something that I've seen on their Facebook, because sometimes people get cold feet. Like they really are ready for change. And then when it comes down to it, they're like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm ready for this. Like, I don't know if I'm ready to change all my habits and like do the work, and they don't know what they're getting themselves into. And honestly, if it's the case where they keep disappearing like that, they're just not ready. And the more that you can be there and build the trust in the relationship, the better off it's going to be. And, they'll come around.
And my video's up, so when you're done, everybody, give me some love because I'm having a panic
I put up
attack.
a really vulnerable video, so when you get off this call, you guys have to go give her some love. Kelly, were you gonna say something?
I was just gonna say the same thing. I actually have a list of where I go. I just started using Google Streak, which is awesome if you haven't done it yet. I'll share I don't even know if I shared the link in
the team page.
Oh yeah, okay. But I have a category, Heather, actually, where I say like invited, went stagnant pretty much, and then I have rebuilt relationship, and I just focus on completely like ignoring what happened and like starting the conversation, ignoring what happened like it was horrible, but and then just commenting on their Facebook and whatnot, like your friends, like just being a friend.
I can actually speak to that situation right now because I had a girl that I talked to last year. She was super gung-ho about getting started, sent her sign-up steps. She like disappeared, fell off the face of the earth. I followed up with her multiple times to invite her to upcoming challenge groups after that. And she basically ignored me for almost a year. And now she's pregnant and really like wants to focus on being healthy, especially after the pregnancy. And she just found out that she's like a potential for gestational diabetes because she's not so healthy. And I was able to talk to her the other night for an hour and help her out with some recipes. Like she's not ready to get started. But she's, she's looking to make a change, and it just wasn't the right timing for her yet, So you just have to, like Kelly said, like keep being friends with people. Just keep adding value. I mean, that is our job, is to help people. It's not all about the challenge pack sale. The value you provide to people's lives. All right. Does anybody we have 5 minutes left. So if you have a question, shout it out. Rapid fire.
Mom.
Oh my God. You guys don't even want to see my kid right now. He got into the blue paint. Laura, you're awful quiet tonight.
My dad is FaceTiming my daughter. See, I don't think you guys want to listen to it. But I'm using Streak too. Kelly and I are meeting afterwards so she can show me all her glorious ways. But I'm psyched to get organized.
Kelly, maybe you can do a call on it.
Like this.
Yeah, I would love to. I'm sort of kind of fine-tuning my little system now, but I think it's awesome. I seriously think it's awesome, and I think it's like a long-term solution. I mean, you get so overwhelmed with all the contacts, and it just seems like a great way to keep track of people. I don't know. Obviously, everyone's different, but I like that I can have it on my computer, especially since and there's an app for it too. So since I'm leaving the country on Saturday, I'm just gonna have my handy little app on my phone instead of my giant notebook.
I would love you to run a call on that, because I just told Kelly this earlier. I am like not an organized person whatsoever. Like, I have everything written down by hand on papers in notebooks. Like, that's how I've functioned for the past 2 years. And the idea of putting it all into a format just seems super stressful to me for some reason. I know that I have to at some point, but I know that everybody works differently. So if you are more an organized person, or you would like to be more organized, we'll have Kelly do a call on that, because I can't teach you.
The thing is, I'm actually not organized, but I know I'll go insane if I don't get organized. So that's what's happening.
You guys, do you see my kid in blue? This is my life. Just so you know, it's possible that you can run a business with insanity going on in your life.
He's cleaning himself.
Yeah. Sit in the shower for the next 10 minutes. Yeah, buddy.
And that's scary monster.
I'm gonna smurf again. All right, we have time for one more question, if anybody has one.
You don't see monsters. We don't want to scare you.
No.
Sorry.
All right, guys.
Sorry, Mom.
I just want to say quickly. Oh, what did you type? Oh, Kelly said, if you have any customers with diabetes or gestational diabetes, to let her know, because that's what she does all day. That's good to know. I definitely would probably direct her to you. I mean, she was going to see a doctor, but I told her to wait until she talked to her doctor before she came and talked to me, because I'm not comfortable with a situation like that. What I was going to say is, if you guys have questions throughout the week, instead of writing your upline, or instead of writing me, I know that you have sometimes that are like specific, more personal questions to your business, which is fine. You can ask me those. But if you have just kind of general questions, ask them in the team page, because guaranteed you're not the only one that has those questions. And if we're all able to help each other out by answering them, it's a lot better that way, and it'll help someone else. Teamwork. Teamwork is dream work. Alrighty, guys. Thank you for getting on. There will be no team call unless somebody wants to step up and run it next week. I would love for somebody to do that, but I will be in LA at the leadership conference next week for 3 days, so I will not be running the call.
I'm going to say goodbye to my
What was that?
Dana, I'll run it.
You will? All right, here you guys go. So next Wednesday you have a call, and Laura will be leading it. So awesome. But thanks guys for getting on, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye guys.
Night.